Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on Channel Charles Morse. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe to Channel Charles Morse. Please remember to keep the comments decent, not offensive. If you're not subscribed to the Channel Charles Morse, please hit the bell notification to get notifications when the channel receives upload. Part 2 of Alternate Reality. As I've mentioned, there are two kinds of people. There are the normal, and then there is the not normal. Those that live in reality, and those that live in La La Land, aka I called it alternate reality. A world in the human brain that is created by those that actually lost their head. These no-brainers just don't act like normal human beings anymore. They act like they just lost their head. They buy the stuff that they think they need. They buy the garbage that they think they need. In reality, it gets them nothing. But those that live in alternate reality world don't seem to think so. They think that that will get them something. They have money mismanagement problems. They just are not thinking clearly, and they just, they're just messed up people. Not only that, but the BS that they spread to other family members and that stuff, and other people. Well, that can also be another big problem. Especially when you have to deal with BS just made by one family member, and then they go around and they just start, they actually start making drama and chaos for just about everybody else in the family. And it's actually very, very overwhelming and that stuff. The only thing that you can actually do at that point is just try to cope with it and just, know you got somebody, and just know that you got crazy family members that are just not normal people anymore. I mean, that's just the way that it goes, you can wish that, I wish this person would actually, shut up and stop doing this stuff. I mean, yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice, but, yeah. And there's only one way that you're just, eventually it will come to an end. Eventually, you won't have to deal with this forever. Eventually, some things come to an end. Eventually, you won't have to put up with it anymore. And that, when that thing comes to an end, eventually, you won't even have to put up with this anymore. Eventually, this will come to an end. Eventually, you won't have to put up with it anymore. When the person's not around anymore, you can have a big break. You can get a big rest from this.
Got a gig for you,
Because when the person's not around anymore to actually make the drama and chaos, you can have a big break from all this BS, all this drama, this chaos, all of it. That's comforting. That's comforting, no. That I just wish that you know, from what I can say, I'm just sick and tired of actually being put in the middle of all this stuff. I'm actually sick and tired of dealing with BS. I'm sick and tired of drama and chaos. I can't get along with everybody else. Alright? I don't get along with morons. I don't get along with losers. Alright? Why can't we all just get along with each other? Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't get along with psychopaths. You can't get along with losers and brats and just crazy people. You can't do that. I mean, why? I mean, you just get along with everybody else. Okay, why can't we just get along with everybody? If we were meant to get along with psychopaths, brats, and losers, and that stuff, just think of how of a messed up life and society that we'd actually be in. The only way that you'd actually get along with everybody is if everybody else is on the same page. That means not making a lot of drama, not making a bunch of chaos, and not being a loser. That's how you get along with everybody else. Alright, if you can't do that, then there's no way that you'll be able to get along with everybody. So, what? I mean, what? So, I'm sorry. What do you think? I'm sorry. Stuff isn't going to go the way that you want it to. You have to learn to deal with crazy idiots in this world. You gotta learn to just, deal with it. Alright? Everything is not pretty rainbows and pretty princesses and pretty ponies like you think it is. Life isn't always gonna be a rainbow day. And no pride jokes on that. Okay. Life isn't a colorful world. You're going to have downfalls. You're going to have trials. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have days where you want to rip your hairs out of your head. Okay? I mean, it's just the way it is. It's the way that society is. Alright, I wish that there were just other ways that you can enjoy life. Well, sitting down and doing a word search or reading a book is one way to enjoy your life. Very good. Avoiding those people that actually bring you drama and chaos. I mean, there are ways that you can actually enjoy your life. Alright? And just, avoiding these people is a good way to do just that. I mean, not getting yourself put in the middle of such a dramatic situation. Yeah, it's a good way to actually deal with the problems That it's a good way to actually deal with your problems that you have. It's a good way. I mean, let's face it. I would love nothing better than to not have to deal with the drama and dramatic BS that goes on in my lifetime. I love days where I'm actually not put in the middle of situations. But not everything works out in my favor, you know. Not everything is, you know, it's not always going to go my way. The way that I'd want. Okay? I mean, let's just face it. Let's just face it. And my instructors always said that when things don't go your way, you have to live with it and suck it up. That's the way that life is. Alright? So when you have somebody living in alternate reality, that's what you have to do. You have to live with it and suck it up. That's the way that life is. Alright? So, there's like almost nothing that you can do about it. Almost. Alright. And I'm very sorry for people that just don't have the head screwed on right and just know that the dramatic stuff that just goes on in a person's daily life. I'm sorry for that, but you gotta be aware that you should be just like really aware that people got some serious issues. Alright, there are people that are just, you know, crazy, psychotic, don't have the head screwed on right, and this is the way that life is. And I'm not going to sugarcoat that and say that life is pretty ponies and rainbows and stuff like that, because, you know, the world isn't really like a colorful place. It's not like a Minecraft peaceful mode. Okay, it's, you know, it's, you know, it's like, you know, it's everywhere you go, there's always going to be some certain trials that you have to pass. There's always going to be trials and tribulations. And you know, that's the way that life is. Alright? It's the way that reality just works here. It's the way that stuff works in the real world. And that stuff. Now, for the people that live in the alternate reality side of things, they seem to seem think a little differently. They think that, no, they got everything together. They think that, no, there's nothing wrong here. They think that I can just have myself a good old time and just, just be the crazy, psychotic psychopath, no-brainer self that I've always wanted to be. I mean, what else would you be thinking? Would you be thinking, yeah, I got everything together. I got everything that I need to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're on that reality side of things, let me just say this. You don't have everything together. You don't think clearly, and you're just a crazy, psychotic psychopath. So, you're not thinking it clearly? And why do you think I want to be around you anymore? Why do you think, what part of my life do I want to hang out with losers? Okay, I don't have time to be wasting my time with BS. With your BS. You got, other BS that you want to tell one of your family members, and then your family goes and repeat that BS to another one of their family members? Okay. Well, how is that helping everybody else get along with each other? Alright? Yeah. How is that going? How is that working out? Is it working out like you wanted to? Is it working out very, very well? Is this how you actually get along with everybody else? Because last I checked, that method just doesn't work. That doesn't work. Alright? So, I mean, what are we doing? How is that working out? Okay? How is that working out? Okay? How is that working out for you? Okay? How? How is this helping anybody else? How does that work? Okay? How? I'm just going to be real with you. I don't think it is working out too well. If you want everybody else to get along with each other and you're there, if you're just with somebody who loves making drama and chaos, and yet you're being a person, somebody to talk to, and that stuff, and you just are just like, you know what, I just don't want anything to do with that, or, well, somebody needs to, just learn to, hey, I'm just tired of this stuff going on. Why can't we all just get along with each other on that stuff? Maybe you need to tell the person that, well, if everybody else needs to get along with each other, then you need to at least change what you're doing, because going around and making this drama and chaos, it's not working. Alright? You need to change your ways. If they're not liking you too much, then you need to change your ways. I just, I'm sick and tired of dealing with this BS of everybody else and that stuff. It needs to stop. We all need to get along with each other here, alright? And it's not working when you have two sides of people who are on the reality side of things and other people who are on the alternate reality side. Alright, that doesn't work out too well. Alright. Would you think so? Would you think so? I'm just making sense here. I'm just saying it like it is, because you know what? It's just, that's the problem with people these days. That's the problem. We have two sides of people who are on two sides of, a lot of these situations. Okay? Why is it that hard to actually figure this stuff out? Why is it so hard to actually figure out that in order for us to get along, we all have to be on one side of, a lot of situations? We all have to be on the one side. We all need to be the best that we can be. We all need to stop going around and spreading BS. This strategy is not working. Okay? Yeah. That means stop going around, stop being a brat, stop being a loser, and stop being the old cuckoo, crazy, psychotic, no-brainer psychopath that you always been. Alright, it's not even working out too well. It's not working out too well. And I can actually tell you that regardless of going to counseling and therapy and that stuff, that doesn't work out too well. And I know that the Mommy, they're being mean to me. She's just being mean to me. And you pat the person on the back and said, "Oh, it's okay, honey. It's okay. Mommy's here." Oh. Yeah. That doesn't work out too well. Alright. It's kind of like you're just telling your kid or whatever. It's just kind of like saying that it's okay. You can be what you want to be and that stuff. I don't know, this person's just, this person's just mean. This person just doesn't even know that you're a princess. This person doesn't know that you're my favorite daughter, and I can let you get away with anything. Alright, that's why I picked you as my favorite daughter. That's being a proper parent. What? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. So you're kind of like defending somebody that you picked as um, your favorite daughter. Okay. Um, I'd call that bad parenting. I'd call that bad parenting right there. I would just call that, you know what, you probably just sucked as a parent. Alright, because number one, you probably just didn't teach the parent discipline. Or you probably just didn't teach one of your daughters discipline. You just let her just get off with anything bad scot-free because you probably just tired of, you know, you're just tired of, probably just tired of disciplining people. Probably that's what it was. Yeah. Now, look what happened. Now, this brat just become the evil person that she had become today. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what you can do? Blame yourself. Blame yourself. And the reason why we can't get along with each other is because you didn't do the proper parenting that you should have done with that child of yours a long time ago. Alright. So, you know what? The only one that can blame you can blame yourself. Now you can blame yourself. And there is nobody else that you can put that blame on. There is nobody else you can put that blame on. Only yourself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are those hurtful words? I'm sorry. Suck it up and live with it. Alright. That's what I have to say right there. That's what I have to say right there. Yep. I feel bad for you. I feel bad that you just suck so bad at parenting. I feel very, very bad for you. But as far as being a parent, I can just say that, you know what, I don't think it was working for you too well. I think you got tired of parenting so much that you just didn't even want to do it anymore. Yeah. I'm sorry. But, for as long as you have babies and that stuff, for as long as you have children, for as long as you have all of these children that you have and that stuff, parenting doesn't end. It doesn't end there. Alright? It doesn't. Because you know, this is just the way that it is. Alright? Parenting doesn't end. It never ends. Sometimes you'll get a break when you stop having children. Sometimes you can get a break. Sometimes you'll be able to get a break. And all that disciplining and all that teaching children the right way of being the best that they can be and not being an evil brat. Alright, soon when they grow up and they start learning the right way to be acting, then you could have a break. Then you can have a break. But, yeah. But I just can't understand why people just you know, as soon as you, as soon as you have a, as soon as your child starts learning the right ways and start acting and that stuff, then you can have a break. Then you can have a break. But, you know, for the time being, you have to teach a kid discipline. You have to teach a child the right way to behave. They're not going to learn on their own. They're not going to figure it out on their own. No, you gotta be the role model here. You gotta be the right one to actually show that person discipline. And your partner has to do the same thing. Your partner has to teach the child discipline. Alright? And teaching the kid to get off scot-free whenever it does something bad is not the way to do things. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Teaching the kid to get off scot-free whenever it does something bad. Yeah, I'd call that, I would call that just, very, very poor parenting right there. That's what I would say right there. But if your partner likes drama and chaos, that is bad. And you know what? If that's the case, then you got a family that is going to just, you know, that loves drama, chaos, and BS in a family. And that is just sick. It's just very sick. Okay, and, you know, nobody's going to have a pleasant life. And you know what? Eventually, somebody's going to get somebody killed. And it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. Alright? Yeah. I'm sorry to say that like that is, but you know what? That's what happens. When you got so much BS in the family, you know what happens? You know, sometimes that's just how it is. People love making everybody else's life a living hell. And believe me, it's not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun. And when that happens, when somebody else makes life a living hell for somebody, how can you get along with everybody else when that happens? You just can't do it. You just can't do it. Yeah, the one person wants everybody to just get along with each other. Well, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you get along with somebody that likes to make your life a living hell? How do you do that? How do you do that? Because I want to know. I would surely love to know how you do that. I would love to know, how do you get along with people with somebody that tries to make everybody else's life a living hell? How do you do that? How do you do that? 'Cause I'd surely like to know I would sure like to know. I would love to know how'd you do that. And my goodness, I'm not a snake of Dr. Phil, so I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you get along with every stinking blasted human being. I don't know how you do it. I just don't know how that works. I don't know how you even do that. I don't even know how you even get along with anybody. That's just a terrible human being. It's just a terrible idiot. And how do you get along with people like that? If I found out how'd you get along with people like that, you think the world would be a better place? Probably. And the reason why I'm saying probably is because, I don't think that's how you get I don't think that it's going to make the world a better place. Yeah. And, to be honest, the only way that makes a world a better place is by just being the best that you could be. Okay? Okay? Yeah. I certainly cannot. I just can't say anything more. Okay? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like what we said here, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, try more. And that, again, please remember to keep the comment station not offensive. And, you can't get along with everybody in life. Everybody else has to be on the same page of life. You can't get along with everybody who is on the alternate reality of side of things, because that doesn't work out. You can't get along with everybody. Alright? So, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You're never going to get along with everybody. Alright? That is just how it is. And the only way you can get along with everybody is if everybody was just one person. If everybody treated everybody with love, respect, and kindness, and that stuff, this discussion would have never to be had. And this video was just designed to actually discuss that these issues are just what drive people up the wall. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Have a good day.